Happy opening day and opening night, Raiders. I'm Kate McCarthy, and I play Yvette in Clue.
And I'm Amari Asobo, and I play Colonel Mustard. Welcome back to RJTV.
This week, an opening trailer for our show Clue,
A promo for the Easter Vigil,
and a Raider sports update.
All that and more this week on RJTV.
Thank you so much to RJ Media for having us this week.
We're excited to bring you all our spring play Clue.
Before the curtains rise tonight, we have one last trailer to get you excited.
Here's Kellen Farrell and Jess Webster with the trailer.
Right then, are you comfortable?
Why are we here, Butler?
We're all being blacklisted.
Close, Colonel. You're being blackmailed.
If you eliminate.
He's dead.
But that means...
There's a killer in the house.
Get her off of me!
One of you is the killer.
The game is afoot.
Thanks, guys. Tickets are on sale now at the RJ box office.
There is a show tonight, 2 shows Saturday, and a matinee on Sunday.
Make sure to check it out.
Speaking of the performing arts, did you know that the annual Easter Vigil is coming up on Tuesday?
I did, and I'm super excited for it.
Here's executive producer Hannah Pacheco with the story.
I think you should come to the Easter Vigil because the Cannibals have been working really hard to prepare some great music for you guys.
Inside the doorway, fleeting memories burn, and fragile silence speaks at every turn.
I think you should come to the Easter Vigil because it's a beautiful religious experience that gets us ready before Easter.
So I always think of the Cantabelle's Easter Vigil as that chance for the Regis Jesuit community to pause and reflect on their Lenten promise and listen to probably the most collegiate scholarly music we provide at the school the whole year. And the music reflects the Gospels as we go throughout the journey of Jesus' death and resurrection. So it's a very powerful experience. It's this Tuesday on March 31st at 6 p.m. and it's in the Rupert Meyer Chapel. It's just a great experience for you to just sit down, pause, pray, reflect, and listen to some amazing music.
This is executive producer Hannah Pacheco for RJTV.
Thanks, Hannah.
There's something else arts related that is coming up.
The Impressions Literary Arts Club Contest.
Here's JC, Chloe, and Liam from Impressions with more information.
Hi, I'm Chloe Chisholm.
I'm Liam Bender.
And I'm JC Keebler.
And we're from the Impressions Literary Arts Club.
We're very excited about our spring contest, and we're now accepting submissions for writing, photography, art of all mediums, and film.
We are also excited about our spring event. On May 1st in the G.D. Kessler Library, we will have a live poetry slam, and we are looking for musicians and singers to perform at the event.
Also at our event, we'll be giving out free copies of our Impressions magazine, and if you submit, you'll have a chance of being featured.
To submit for the contest, please look at the Vivi screens and daily announcements.
Our club is open to everyone. We meet every other Tuesday in the SIC Media Lab.
Thanks, y'all.
Now let's throw it over to Sophia and Jess for your Raider Sports Update.
What's up, Raiders, and welcome back to your Raider Sports Update. I'm Jess, and I'm on Paint Crew.
And I'm Sophia, and I'm a part of Hair and Makeup.
We have a lot to get through, so let's dive in, starting with Swim and Dive, who swam against Douglas County on Thursday, and they face Mullen in the Missy Franklin Pool on Thursday. Come out and support.
Boys and girls lacrosse traveled over the spring break weekend and got huge wins in Florida and California.
Girls beat IMG and went 1-1 and played Fairview on Wednesday.
The boys went a perfect 2-0 in California and played South on Wednesday.
Speaking of lacrosse, there's a rare home doubleheader tomorrow with the girls playing first at 11 against Cherry Creek and the boys at 3 p.m. against Grandview.
Come out to Lou Kellogg for a beautiful day of lacrosse.
Baseball continues their state championship campaign with a big wins over Fossil Ridge, Fort Collins, and Mullen. They're in North Carolina this week competing on the national stage. Good luck, boys.
Girls soccer picked up a dominant win over Highlands Ranch 5-0 and played Ponderosa on Thursday.
Girls golf had an off week this week, but they tee up at South Suburban next Thursday.
Boys volleyball played on Tuesday, and they played at Legend last night.
Girls rugby get their spring season underway at Infinity Park on Saturday. Good luck all season, girls.
Girls tennis got a dominant victory over Thunder Ridge on Tuesday, keeping their undefeated season alive. Support them on Tuesday right after school at the RJ Tennis Pavilion versus Vista.
Track and field got off to a hot start with 2 top 20 finishes in their first 2 meets, including a 6th place finish at the Columbine Invite last week. Huge shout out to senior Eric Fiedler for winning Colorado's Gatorade Player of the Year.
Eric averaged over 30 points a night and solidified himself in Regis and Colorado basketball history. Congrats, Eric.
March is Athletic Trainers Month. We want to give a shout out to our athletic trainers for keeping our amazing athletes healthy. Go watch our full story on our athletic trainers, Allison and Cody, on our YouTube channel.
That's it for us. Back to you, Kate and Amari.
Thanks, guys.
This month was Women's History Month.
We like to take a moment to thank all the women in our lives and those who have made great innovations.
We would also like to share a few facts.
Madam C.J. Walker, the first self-made female millionaire in America, born formerly to enslaved parents, she built a successful hair care business for Black women and used her platform to create jobs and support her community.
That's awesome. Kate Warren was the first female detective in the U.S. and helped uncover the 1861 Baltimore plot against Abraham Lincoln and conduct intelligence work during the Civil War.
That's so cool, and I have one more. Malala Yousafzai is the youngest winner of a Nobel Peace Prize. Known for her opposition to the Taliban and the fight for girls' education, Malala became the youngest ever winner of the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014.
Oh, I've heard of her. After being attacked on her way to school in 2012 for her outspoken ideas on education, Malala co-founded the Malala Fund with her father to bring awareness to and empower girls in their right to education.
Remember to celebrate women, not just this month, but every day, Raiders.
Before we go, we have a few announcements.
Congratulations to Alex Slater and James Ferraro, who made nationals for speech and debate.
And good luck to the RJ Robotics team, who are away at a competition this week in Idaho. They've been working hard on their robot and are ready to put it to the test.
So make sure to grab your free copy of Elevate magazine.
The new edition just came out. There's some great articles in here.
It's not too late to sign up for the Polar Plunge.
It's this Saturday. Make sure to show up and show out.
And finally, this Sunday is Vietnam Veterans Day.
We want to thank all the members of our community who have served in any capacity.
We caught up with Mr. Cook, who is a Vietnam veteran.
What's up, Raiders? Sidra McCrae here with Mr. Cook, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his service in the Vietnam War. First of all, Mr. Cook, thank you so much for your service. Could you tell us what branch you served in?
United States Navy.
Okay, that's amazing. Could you tell us a little bit about your experience in the Vietnam War?
Sure. First, I kind of like to open up with a quote from Charles Dickens' book, Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the time of light. It was a time of darkness. In my own words, too, it was the happiest of times. It was the saddest of times. And the reason I say that is, let me put it this way. In the Tet Offensive occurred in 1968. That's when the North Vietnamese and the Viet Cong put everything together and came against us. Fortunately, we kind of won the big side of that stuff when they did that. But that was the year that I had graduated from high school, 1968. 2 months later, I got my draft notice to go, and I asked my dad. He was a Second World War veteran, as was my mom too. And I said, Dad, should I go to college, because I was ready to go to UConn, or should I, maybe go in the military? And he told me, he said 2 things to me. He said, you protect those people who can't protect themselves. You got to help them. And he said, the second thing is the VA will pay for your college when you get out. So I said, oh, that's a good deal, which I did do that. It was I say it's the happiest of times because I got to travel. I went to Taiwan, free China. I was a Chinese linguist. That's what I was. I went to school for a year in Foreign Service Institute, Washington, D.C., And so I got to go to Taiwan, use my language, restaurants with people and stuff like that. But I also got to go to Bangkok, Thailand, Japan. I was stationed in Okinawa. And this was all free. So I didn't have to pay for any of it. And I had friends in each one of those places, too. So that was the happiest. The saddest thing is that 66,000 soldiers never came back. That's the hard part. And then many were injured, and so that was to me, looking at that and going, I wasn't in combat, but those are the heroes. Those are the guys that did the work up front on the front lines and everything and stuff to keep or try to keep South Vietnam from the communists and being free and stuff. So. But that's that's my whole story in a nutshell there. So.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Cook, again for your service. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you so much for your service and sacrifice, Mr. Cook, and to all our Falcon staff who are veterans.
Well, that's all for this week.
Have a blessed Holy Week and Easter, and we'll see you in a few weeks on
RJTV.